I really miss CBGB. It was a great place. We all hung out there. We played lots of shows there. I mean, A7 was cool. The Mud Club was cool. Great Gildersleeves was cool. I could think of a bunch of cool clubs. But CBGB was really just sort of a place where we all met, we all evolved, we all hung out. Great, great memories there, CBGB. Jimmy Page, Tony Iommi, Jimi Hendrix. We could throw in Ted Nugent. We could throw in Ace Frehley. Those guys were big to me when I was growing up. I can't think of any. I was at them. I don't remember missing anything that I said, oh man, I couldn't get to. I just was there. I don't remember missing anything. I can remember a guy named Diego who danced really hard. He'd stomp hard, he'd swing his arm hard, he'd plow down little guys, he didn't care. Jim Gestapo would dance around, always be happy. One time I think we were watching Jodie Foster's Army or someone at A7. He came right back and his head smashed my lip open. I had to go get stitches. I was bleeding all over A7. Favorite dancer? I don't know. But everybody who was dancing out there was my favorite dancer. If you're out there diving off the stage and having a good time, everybody was good. As long as you weren't from out of town. Misfits, Necros, and Black Flag at Hitsville in New Jersey on Christmas night. It might have been '82, something like that. I think that was just a really cool lineup to see. I mean, I saw tons of Bad Brain shows and Black Flag and Minor Threat. I've seen lots of shows, but that one just immediately comes to the forefront. It was just something that was really cool. And being on Christmas night was kind of cool too. I know I lived out of my van for a little while outside of, there was some apartment in Norfolk Street. There was some classic apartment. I'd shower down there a little bit, but live out of the van. I lived in the Vats in San Francisco for a little while. That was kind of a squat, I guess, in the van, in the Vats. But that was probably the extent of it, no. Never really in a squat. Bands going on at 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning. You come out, it'd be daylight, and you'd still be going back in to see more bands. There was no closing time. And only really the hardcore kids, the hardcore kids would be there. And these are the people who bonded together. There's so many. He's a wise man. He's a wise man. Only smoke Cuban cigars. I didn't step away. You know, it wasn't a conscious effort. It was just evolution. It just faded away. And probably as I got older and I went to less shows, it was less and less familiar. And there was a time where I can go to a hardcore show, you know everybody there. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? I think I remember going to some show at the Ritz. The old, the Ritz. You know, it was some years later, I'd grown some hair. You know, I had a leather jacket on. I was in front of the stage where I belonged. And a little group, someone banged into me, so I pushed him back. And this group of skinheads attacked me. They didn't know who I was. They just started swinging in all directions. So I swatted them away like flies, picked the biggest one and said, okay, you and me right here. Stand up for yourself. They all backed down. But it was an indicator that I maybe didn't belong there anymore. I wasn't the angry youth driving the scene. I didn't belong in front of the stage anymore. It was time to not be there anymore. So I didn't go as much anymore. Probably not. It probably can't be killed. Even if you tried, you could ignore it, but it'll live on. It's a cancer. It's a weed. It'll grow. It'll keep going. Like punk rock. I thought punk rock was dead, but it was really sort of psychoanalytic projection. Just because I wasn't a part of it anymore, so it must be dead, but it's not. People are still discovering it. People are still into it. I mean, that's why we're sitting here, because people are still discovering that Agnostic Front album. It still keeps growing. It's still going to keep going. It'll be different people, different scene, different faces, but it's not dead.